Season 3 of The Bad Batch premieres tomorrow, and the trailer came out about a month ago. And after that trailer released, a bunch of people started speculating that CX-1 was actually Tech, brainwashed by Hemlock. And they're right. They're absolutely right. Most of you know this, but I'm actually an animator, and I've drawn clones over and over and over again. I know what Tech looks like, and I know what a Reg looks like. And CX-1 looks like Tech. But that was just my first impression from the trailer. I wanted to prove it. So I decided to note the proportions of CX-1 and Tech and compare them to each other. I also compared the proportions of Rex just to make sure that it wasn't another Reg inside that suit. Here we're going to be looking at the proportions of CX-1 and Tech and to see if they match up. So first of all, we have our base picture of CX-1, and I traced the lines and the points of his body so we can clearly see his proportions. So we have this shoulder line right here and the line of the waist. And here we have Tech's lines, which if you notice, match up pretty well with the lines of CX-1. However, I think I placed the images wrong. So for example, Tech's lines here in orange would match up perfectly if I just brought them down a little bit, like this. So we can see that the proportions, at least from about the hip bone up, match really well. People have also been speculating that CX-1 could be another Reg clone, like Cody. So I compared him to Rex. Once again, we have CX-1's proportions right here, and now here we have Rex's. So notice the line of the shoulder and where the waist is. Like, Rex's shoulder line is nowhere near CX-1's shoulder line, as well as the waist being much, much higher, because regular clones have a shorter torso. We have another shot here. And so we have these lines, with this mid-calf point right here easily visible, the length of the legs, as well as the line of the waist, the shoulders, and the top of the head. Once again, we have text lines in orange, and so you can see that this mid-calf point matches up perfectly. And when we compare it to the rest of the lines, they match up exactly. Now we're going to compare this to Rex again. So here we have CX-1's lines over Rex, and now we have Rex's lines. While the proportions are similar, you can see that it's still just off. This mid-calf point does line up. However, this waist, I admit, I drew it first a little low for Rex, so it would be about here. And that is too high. As well as the shoulder line being much too low, which makes sense because Tech is 6'4", while as a regular clone would be 6 foot. So here we have all three proportions lined up on top of each other, and you can see that Tech's proportions match up way more than a regular clone's would. And there you have it. I didn't even expect those proportions to match up that well. They perfectly align with each other. Not only did we prove that Tech is shaped exactly like CX-1, but we also proved that CX-1 couldn't actually be Cody or another Reg. I've actually been referring to CX-1 incorrectly. So CX-1 is actually the regular clone who speaks in the trailer. And while he is wearing a suit of a clone assassin, he's most likely a different clone assassin than the one I was measuring in this video. I only referred to him as CX-1 because he doesn't really have any other name besides that, and calling him Tech would have been confusing. And with that, I'm super excited for the new season tomorrow, and I hope you are too. And sometime, hopefully soon, we will know if my speculation is correct. May the Force be with you. Bye, guys!